Yeah, we got Drew Hernandez in the house.
Let's go, man. Good to finally meet you guys and be with you in person, man.
Yeah. I just want to thank the Latino male for saving this country. That last election, you guys represented.
Yes, we are officially white supremacists.
Yeah.
I was in Chaz, Portland, every Kenosha, right, with
Right.
Kyle Rittenhouse and all that.
Yeah, you was the guy that actually got that footage of him, Kyle Rittenhouse. What was it like seeing that live?
It felt like an out-of-body experience. I respect law enforcement, but only the law enforcement that actually upholds their constitutional oath, because otherwise you're in a police state.
Right.
Yeah.
So am I supposed to back that blue? No.
Yeah, that's a nice segue into what happened with that CEO. Maybe that guy felt like he didn't have an outlet. Nobody was listening to him, and he does something awful like that.
Yeah.
It's like what the Joker 2 should have been.
Right. Exactly.
Isn't it weird? We know more about this guy than we do like Thomas Crooks or the other guy that tried to kill Trump in
2 days.
West Palm Beach in 2 days.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any proof to black fatigue in this country? Personally, I'm black and I got fatigue.
Yes. Yes.
So I can only imagine how whites, Latinos, every other race, because black people pull a race card for everything.
She tired, huh?
Yeah. They got black fatigue.
Yeah, this is nuts. How many illegals are in this country?
I mean, give them the option to self-deport. They can go peacefully.
No, fuck it. We need to have a purge.
I want the purge. That's what I want, right? But
What's the definition of purge? Remove a group of people considered undesirable from an organization or place in an abrupt or violent way. Without violence.
we'll go with abrupt.
Yeah, abrupt.
There you go.
You're a youth pastor, right?
I was for 6 years.
You being religious, do you believe in demonic possession?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Possession, oppression as well. Yeah, I've dealt with that. I've never been demon possessed, but we've dealt with kids. I got some crazy stories for sure.
Yeah, welcome to episode 44. We got Drew Hernandez in the house.
Yeah. How's it going, brother?
Let's go, man. Good to finally meet you guys and be with you in person, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
I just want to thank the Latino male for saving this country. That last election, you guys represented.
Yes, we are officially white supremacists.
Yeah.
Joy Reid made it 100% confirmed, sealed the deal.
Yeah.
She's the authority. She is the end all. Joy Reid is the end all. When she says it, that's it. That's gospel.
Exactly.
So white supremacist, all the male Latinos.
Right.
What was the percentage exactly? Do you recall? I think it was pretty high. It was like
It was good. It was a good percentage, like 60.
I think it was, I want to say 54, but I would have to fact check and look at it. But it definitely was a rise versus the Latinas. So the Latinas have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, just like black women.
Yeah, a lot of work to do.
Right.
Not just thinking, but cosmetically as well. But and I think it's just a woman thing, to be honest.
Just women are stupid, dude.
They're just it's just put up a woman, the 1st woman president, and we just got to vote for that because we're women, and they don't think about their lives, they don't think about their finances, they don't think about their houses or their futures, and I think that played a lot into it for sure.
You know what's really weird? They call us sexist for not voting for her, but they all voted for her because they're women too. But we're sexist because we didn't vote for her.
Yeah.
That's amazing how that shit works, right?
It's not supposed to make sense. It's never going to make sense.
Women don't make no sense.
It's just all.
Do you ever look at your Instagram feed and YouTube and you just want to bash your fucking head and say,
Yes.
It's like
Instagram, X, and some of the takes, I'm just walking in circles.
Right.
The problem's staring people right in the face, but they don't want to actually deal with it or address it. If you're married, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're married, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Black
And then they
man.
want to run society.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I used the Lord's name, but I'm sorry. But that scares the hell out of me. It's women running the planet. Well, this place would be doomed. Y'all see the Secret Service agents when Trump got shot at?
Yes. The little fat little meatballs, bro.
Yeah.
They're trying to holster.
Yeah. And then Kamala's talking about she's going to fix the economy. But then she gets, $2 billion in donations? And she overspends by a couple $1 million. But she's going to fix the freaking
How do you
economy.
get $2 billion and you lose that badly?
I think she spent nearly $1 million on the Sphere here in Vegas.
Yeah, she did.
Really?
Yeah, the mega donors were pissed.
Yeah, we saw that. It was her face on it, and it's
Yeah.
like we're not
They
doing
put her
that.
face on a
$1
sphere.
million.
That was really dumb.
The mega donors had a whole conference call. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
They had a conference call with Kamala, and all the mega donors were pissed.
Right.
And one of them was saying, yeah, we were waiting for them to talk about, where we made mistakes and how we can correct ourselves.
Right,
but
right.
all they said was, Kamala was talking about Thanksgiving recipes and we'll see you in Christmas. And she was pissed off that they spent like nearly $1 million on her face on the sphere. And she said they were worried that they weren't talking about how brutal the loss was.
Right.
You got it? It's
Well,
there it is.
Well, that explains a lot. That's why Nevada flipped red. We flipped red in what? How many years?
Yeah,
Let's go for that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Harris campaign. Thank you for doing that because I'm pretty sure that
So
pissed people off.
That was $1 million.
About $900,000, I believe, $1 million just for that.
So you just think you're going to put that on the sphere? Oh, that's who I'm voting for.
I mean, if you really think about it, yeah.
Yeah,
Because-
women, Keith. She's
Low
trying to
IQ.
reach women voters. Oh, look. Yeah, it'd be wonderful. A woman president? Oh, we got to go vote for her.
Yes, she's gonna let me slaughter my babies and be a whore. It gives me an excuse to be a whore.
Dude,
keep my legs open.
I actually saw I actually saw men crying that their daughters, their kids won't have the opportunity. Well, they was scared and believing they was going to lose their right to have a baby, but these men were crying and
Yeah.
Have an abortion.
because of their grandkids
Yeah,
wasn't going to be slaughtered in the womb. I was like, man, that is weird.
yeah. Talk about being a cuck, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh, he
for-
definitely sits off in the corner and watches
yeah.
his wife get banged out.
Exactly. Probably pays for it.
Yeah.
White men for Harris.
Those are the white dudes for Harris. No, for real. I mean, it's so psychotic to really think about that. It's an issue for you, and you're worried about the fact that your daughter can't kill your grandchildren.
Right.
You know
And you're
that.
crying about it.
Yeah, you know that came from his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that's where that came from.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary how dumb half of society is.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But you know, it's very liberating for I think for all of us, because there was this video of Bob Carson talking to Tucker Carlson because all the lies was going on in mainstream media and how they was portraying Trump as this evil wannabe dictator. And Ben Carson said in that video is up to the American people's resolve. Are they going to believe the BS or is America actually intellectual and they'll be able to figure out what's going on?
Yeah,
If
on their own.
if America's smart, Trump will win. If we
or if we're really
inferior
stupid.
people and we
Yep.
not smart, we said we're going to lose America.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
We're not
mean-
that dumb yet.
yeah. Well, women are.
Yeah, we're right there. We're pretty close.
You know what's crazy?
They've given us 2.
Yeah.
Okay. They've given us 2. Well, maybe arguably 3.
Yeah,
If
right.
you include Barack Obama. 3 women. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I feel bad for voting for that guy. You know why I voted for him? Because he's black.
Because he's black. There you go. But that's
Bro,
what they
that's
depend
stupid.
on, It's true though. It's I mean, if you dumb down the society with tons of degeneracy and everything's low IQ and there's really no intellectual, stable format in anything. Well, then when you get into a situation like this, when it comes to your country, you're not even going to be able to have any type of intellectual capacity to understand what's going on around you. And so these people come in and they play on that.
Right.
Right. And that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, actually, that strategy to play on the people, the low information voters. That's who they're counting on to vote for them.
And then when you call them that, they call you racist.
Yeah. I mean, if you stand in line to vote and there's a man in front of you wearing a dress and he says he's going to vote for Kamala and you vote for the same person, something is really wrong with you. I would change my mind in line. Like, you vote for her? I'm definitely doing something wrong.
I'm on the wrong side.
Right.
If you are on the side with dudes in dresses claiming to be women, I think something's wrong. Very, very wrong.
Dude, how old are you?
I am 34.
34.
Man, I wish I was 34 again.
That's when we started YouTube, 34.
Yeah.
We just turned 50, and I'm just thinking back when we was in high school, right? We're on the track team. If a guy was on the track claiming to be a woman and running with girls, everybody would have attacked him.
Definitely the black guys would have bullied him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we'd have dragged them off the field. Like, what are you doing? This is for women.
oh, yeah.
But we Fuck it. If you do that today, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For a hate crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I'm getting serious time.
Hey, you know why that's even possible?
Women.
Feminization of society.
Yeah.
Feminization of society. And even millennials, man. You know what I mean? I don't know where my generation kind of like went wrong, but I could remember in high school the same thing. You know, everyone talked about anything and everything.
Right.
You know, I remember watching Ari Shaffir on YouTube. I remember the early days of YouTube where it was the wild, wild west.
Right.
Where like
Yeah, I
racism was funny, you know? And not everyone was triggered and just like, oh my God, you made fun of a black person. You know what I mean?
Even though he deserved it.
Even though he deserved it. It's like, but that has been lost, and I think it's kind of coming back.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Everybody's lost their sense of humor, man. Like we brought on David Duke.
Yeah.
And we gave him the end pass.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a car resale. It's like
I saw the headline. I saw that. I was talking to your producer. I'm like, bro, that was probably one of the most legendary headlines I have ever seen.
Dude, I actually regret doing it. It's like, what the hell was I thinking?
I mean, it's funny. It's not that you have to give him an inward pass. If he wants to say it, he'll just say it.
Right, but
he used to be in the class. I mean, that's the joke. But people got their panties in a bunch when I did that. Like, I can actually give him a card to give him a pass to say the N-word. No, I don't. It's just...
But wouldn't that be real progress?
Yeah, it would be, right?
Getting the KKK.
You know what I asked him?
Depending on who you ask.
Dude, you know what I asked him? I said, what's the whole deal about burning crosses, right? He said, well, it's not burning crosses, it's cross-lighting. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, but the forbidden conversations are the conversations people need to be having right now. Because, once you get into a place in society where everything is off limits and this like hyper political correctness, it's going to create an interest. It's going to create a curiosity.
Right.
At least for me. Like, it makes me want to go down that path and see what can't be talked about. And you can't get away from that. You just, unless you just start, killing people. That's where they're going.
Right.
Well, that's what censorship is and where it ends.
Yeah, maybe. Well, that's a nice segue into what happened with that CEO. Maybe that guy felt like he didn't have an outlet. Nobody was listening to him. And he does something awful like that.
Yeah.
It's like what the Joker 2 should have been.
Right. Exactly.
I saw a clip of him. They took him out of the van. I think they were taking him back into the correctional facility. I don't know. He was in the orange jumpsuit, and he was like screaming like, "This is an injustice," and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, this is actually better than the Joker 2.
Yeah.
Like the whole arc.
Right.
And you go on social, and I'm not praising it. I'm not praising murder. I'm just saying I could see where this is going. Is that it right there?
Yeah.
So this is better than the Joker 2, where Arthur Fleck gets sodomized. This is better. I'm just to be completely honest. But it just seems kind of scripted. I don't know. It's like one of those weird situations. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know if it's some kind of government op or maybe he's genuinely some vigilante. And I could see how someone could get to that too.
Yeah.
With these insurance companies that really do screw people.
Yeah, they do. They really
big time. I've experienced it. I'm pretty sure you guys have experienced it too. But I could see how someone gets to that point.
Right.
I'm not, praising murder. I'm just saying I could see how it happened.
Yeah. I mean, that CEO, he was no angel.
You got evidence?
Well, he was investigating him. Well, he's the CEO of an insurance company. There was actually they actually was investigating him. He sold like 14 million shares of stock for like worth $150 million. So he was in investigation. Somebody might have tipped him off for insider trading. So I don't know anything about that, but I mean, he's the CEO. He's dumping stock on the stock market, and I mean, I don't like you were saying. That's wrong. Violence is never the answer. Yeah.
Luigi, man.
I know. Isn't that freaking ironic? Luigi.
He's got the mob. He's got the mob in his blood, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and find out.
Have you heard Bill Barr's remarks on that?
Bill Burr, you dumb fuck.
I said Bill Barr.
Yeah, you said
Bill Barr's the fat guy that betrayed Trump.
I meant Bill Burr. I said Bill Burr.
You thinking of that damn fat traitor?
I got the clip.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I want to hear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's annoying me about this kid who killed this CEO is none of these news programs are talking about the incredible lack of empathy from the general public about this because of how these insurance companies treat people when they're at their most vulnerable, after we've all given them our money every fucking month, and now we finally need you, and all you do is deny us. And then these pussies and all of these things are taking the pictures of their CEOs off their websites. You know, I got to be honest with you, okay? I love that fucking CEOs are fucking afraid right now. You should be. By and large, you're all a bunch of selfish, greedy fucking pieces of shit, and a lot of you are mass murderers. You just don't pull the trigger. That's why it looks clean. That's why these people look, oh my God, oh, he was just, walking into a hotel. It's like, okay, but what was his job? What did he do? What was the results of it?
I mean, a lot of what he said. I remember my mom was she was diagnosed with cancer, and her insurance wouldn't cover certain things for her. We wanted to take her to this place, like they had state of the art cancer treatment, and all that, but they wouldn't accept it because it wasn't accepted.
So she had to go to a regular hospital.
We had to go to a
everybody else.
knockoff.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a lot of truth behind what he said. They are mass murderers. A lot of them.
Well,
they don't pull the trigger.
That's hyperbole now.
Right.
Well, I don't know how. Oh, fuck.
No, like I said, I could see how someone could get into this spot. Like I'm saying, I'm not saying it's right, but I just think it's funny hearing someone from Hollywood talk like that. He's like talking about himself and everybody else in Hollywood, but maybe this guy is obviously a genuine vigilante, and I mean, it's just the reaction. I like to watch the reactions of things and stories to kind of see, okay, what is really going on here, but. You got like all these homosexuals that are like, oh, I want to have sex with this guy. They're like posting his. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've seen some.
Yeah,
And the women are praising him.
Yeah, women, the gays, and it's just strange.
It's all the people we have a problem with.
Yeah, it's very strange, but it's just okay if you think he's doing some kind of social justice. Fine, whatever. Believe what you want to believe, but now you just want to have sex with him. Like, okay,
yeah,
this is a strange death cult.
Yeah. I think you would have had a better reaction if you'd have went online and did a video exposing the healthcare industry and him dumping stock. I think that'd bring more attention, a better attention to your cause than blowing somebody's brains out.
It sets a horrible precedent.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know.
How long? My question is, how long you think this dude's gonna live in prison? Because a lot of people don't think he's the killer.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracies.
And that's another big one is you take a look at the pictures. This guy clearly has like a crazy unibrow. And then you look at the original CCT footage, and this guy has kind of a different narrow eyebrow, facial structure.
Well, maybe he saw himself on TV. Oh, man, I got a unibrow. I got to fix this.
I got to shave this thing before I go do it. I mean, I look at the video and I'm like, if this is like some kind of like CIA, Mossad, government assassin.
I don't put nothing past our government.
I know, me neither, but it just looked sloppy.
Right.
I would expect something maybe more clean.
And when they caught him, he had the manifesto on him, right?
On him.
And
all of his fake IDs.
That's just too convenient.
All of his fake IDs, the manifesto.
On him.
On him. And the, what did they say? It was like a...
He had cash and foreign currency on him, too.
Yeah, and like a digitally printed firearm.
Yeah, ghost gun.
Ghost gun, there you go.
Ghost gun.
Ghost gun.
It's like a sob, right?
Yeah. Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
We know more about this guy. We know more about this guy than we do like Thomas Crooks or the other guy that tried to kill Trump in West Palm Beach in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is suspicious.
So what does that mean? I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah. Hey, that Nashville shooter, too. They never released her manifesto. It shows you how loyal our government, the blue is.
Yeah, I know.
The head-ups, the higher-ups. We know everything about this guy.
Yeah, like I praise cops, but during COVID, they pushed those damn unconstitutional mandates.
Yeah. Just following orders, man.
Just doing my job, man. Don't ask me any questions.
Right.
Nah, police officers, I've always been this way and open on with my audience, you know, because a lot of the right wing is afraid to say anything.
Yeah, you
Can't even criticize police.
When it comes to law enforcement, and I respect law enforcement, but only the law enforcement that actually upholds their constitutional oath, because otherwise you're in a police state.
Right.
Yeah.
So am I supposed to back that blue? No.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing your job, I back you.
Yeah.
Right.
If you're serving to protect constitutionally, I back you.
Yeah.
And I think we saw a lot of that. And I think that's going to be coming soon again under the Trump administration with these mass deportations, because you're seeing a lot of these Democrat coalitions,
Right.
a lot of mayors, even the mayor in Tucson,
Right.
they're like openly saying we are going to direct our police departments to oppose these military assets and ICE when it comes to the mass deportations to protect illegal aliens. So that's going to create some kind of civil war scenario.
What is wrong with these people?
I know, right? And I'm like, well, again, on the topic of police, they're going to have to, police will have to make a decision. Are you going to side with America and what's right and what's federal law? Or are you going to side with these communist psycho mayors and governors when they try to use you as a pawn to oppose Trump just because they hate Trump?
Right.
So police will have to make a decision.
Man, this our politics is gonna be like a soap opera under Trump. It's gonna be like daytime TV every day.
Every day.
I'm curious to see what Holman and the Trump administration is gonna do when people get in their way.
Yep.
That's gonna be fun to watch.
I
No,
know.
I'm looking at his interviews. That dude means business.
No, he ain't
Dude,
playing.
he's like, have you seen him like foaming in the mouth? Have you seen it? Where he's like spitting? Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Dude.
I haven't.
Dude, you gotta. I'll find a clip and send it to you. But he's doing interviews. He's literally spitting, like foaming up. I'm like, oh, dude, yes.
He can't wait.
This guy's ready to like eat an illegal alien or something, you know? Well, that's what we need, man. We need we need dudes on warpaths ready to set this.
And you know what's
whole thing
crazy?
straight.
People on the left are pushing back. Man, this is going to cost too much money. Do you know how much it's going to cost them? Like, do you know how much money, dinero, this costing them, the American people at this present moment? Like billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like, look at Chicago. They're like,
Man,
I forget how much they're in deficit because of illegal.
it might be trillions.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because how many illegals are in this country?
Right.
probably maybe under 30 million
Yeah,
since the last 4 years.
Yeah, exactly. They put it around 10, 11 million. We don't know how many. They don't count them. And then how much federal assistance that are they getting every month?
Right.
It's probably astronomical.
Right.
It all has to be cut. And I think the Trump administration is probably moving in that direction. Everything that's incentivizing these people needs to be cut. Smoke them out. Smoke them out. They'll come out. I mean, give them the option to self-deport. They can go peacefully. And they can self-deport themselves.
No, fuck it. We need to have a purge.
I want the purge. That's what I want, right? But if they want to get fussy,
Purge without murder.
yeah. If you want to get fussy, Tom Homan's coming for you. I'll sign up, dude.
Yeah.
I'll sign up straight up. But
YouTube-
you got to cut all that.
YouTube, that was a joke.
Like
That
just,
was a joke. I was just joking.
yeah, it was just
I'm
a
not
purge. not
inciting
actually-
violence. I'm talking about a good, healthy, clean purge where nobody dies. You just grab them, put them in the truck, and take them home.
Yeah, what's the definition of purge? What's the definition of that? When you think of purge, you think of that movie. It's probably like removing something that's not needed.
Yeah, it doesn't
what
have to
the-
be death.
You know what they was calling Latinos in that movie? Brownies. I was like, you got to come up with something better than that.
I can't even see it. I'm blind over here.
Yeah.
Rid someone or something of an unwanted quality, condition, or feeling. See? Yep. There you
Okay.
go.
There you go.
I'm not inciting violence.
Remove a group of people considered undesirable from an organization or place in an abrupt or violent way. Okay, without violence.
We'll go with abrupt.
Yeah, abrupt.
There you go. We'll go with abrupt.
Yeah, I don't like violence.
We'll go with abrupt. But it's gonna happen, man, and it's gonna get wild. And I'll tell you right now, a lot of people in MAGA are gonna buckle on it.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, they will.
They're gonna buckle because you're gonna see all of this media coming out of little kids screaming and crying and women, and you will see people within MAGA kind of, oh, this is not what I voted for. Only get out the violent men and the criminals. Well, it's like they're all criminals, so they all got to go. Did you see? Did you see Trump talking with that retard on MSNBC on Meet the Press the other day? And she tried to press him with the crazy eyes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And she's like, well, are you saying that you're going to separate families? She asked him like 4 times.
Right.
And he's like, well, they can all go together. Just get them out all together. They can all leave together. And it's like, okay, well, they can leave together, but that's not our problem. That's not our fault.
There's no easy way to deport an illegal family. It's not easy. And they trying, because it's not easy, we shouldn't do it. Nah, it was easy for them to come in. It's go. I mean,
Well, it comes down to personal responsibility.
Right,
Like as a parent, you made the decision to break the law.
Right.
And if parents in the United States of America break the law, you risk getting separated from your children and you get thrown in prison. Why should it be any different for people that are not even citizens in this country? Why should they get special treatment?
I know.
Get them out.
Great point, because American citizens, they get separated from their kids all the time.
All the time.
But
all
it's
the
different
time.
when an illegal alien does
The
it.
estimated 4 million families
There
in
it is.
America
Look at
who
her
have mixed
eyes.
immigration status. So I'm talking about parents who might be here illegally, but the kids are here legally. Your borders are
talking
Tom
about
Homan.
separation?
Yeah, well, I mean, there are two aspects to this. Your borders are, Tom Homan said, they can be deported together. Is that the plan?
Well, that way you keep well, I don't want to be breaking up families, so the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together, and you have to send them all back.
Let me ask you about another group.
He said that's so calm.
Just chill, dude. But that's what's funny about this era of Trump is he just sits there and he's just chilling, and they're like, her eyes. If you watch the whole interview, her eyes, she looks like she's on meth, dude.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if it's meth. I don't know what it is. Adderall.
I don't know what these lefties and crazy eyes, because Schiff got the same eyes. It's like every time he starts
AOC.
telling a tale or line, his eyes starts bugging out
Yeah,
his head.
it's probably demon possession.
It's something.
You know, Adderall, maybe meth.
Satan.
Yeah,
Might be a little Satan.
there you go. But it's going to go down, and it has to go down. And I think people within MAGA, Con Inc. are going to buckle on it, right? There will be calls for Trump to, chill out, man. But here's the bigger when it comes to illegal immigration, this thing is way more nuanced, right? And for me, I'll just pick one of the top issues I think is of concern is, and I think the right wing fails at doing this, is like thinking long term, right? You look at foreign nations, you look at like China, you look at Israel, you look at just the Democrat Party, they're thinking in terms of like the next 100 years, while the Republican Party is only thinking about the next 5 years and the next election, right?
Right.
This replacement migration agenda has to be dealt with because it's already here.
Right.
And all of these illegal aliens, including the children, including the teenagers and the preteens, are here to replace all of us, our children, our children's children, our grandchildren, into the next 80 years. They're here to replace us. So when it comes down to it, it's either they go or they replace every single one of us in the next 80 years, and then this whole country turns into California and is cooked with rigged elections forever. So people that want to buckle on this and not deport all of them, well, you have to consider that. It's either you care about this country and the future of it, or you don't, because they're going to replace you. There's no getting away from it, because this is not something that is coming. It's here. It's here, and that whole machine is getting ready to replace every single one of us, and they got to go.
Yeah, I think Springfield, Ohio was a textbook example of that, because they dropped off so many illegals, it doubled the population, doubled the cost of living.
Haitians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you being Latino, do you get a lot of pushback? Because I'm black.
Oh yeah.
And when I say illegal Africans shouldn't be in our country, like, oh, you a traitor.
Oh,
A traitor
yeah.
to who? Africa? I'm American.
I'm not even from there.
Yeah, why? That's one thing I don't understand about Negroes. They got this strong loyalty to Africa. That country sold your black ass into slavery.
Well, that continent sold them.
Well, that continent,
Yeah.
sold you into slavery. Why you still have allegiance? You here in America, the best country in the world.
Yeah, used to be the best. We're trying to make America great again.
And they don't want to go back.
Yeah.
Like I heard, it was I think it was Hawk Newsom after the Daniel Penny verdict was announced, right?
Oh, that dude is freaking.
That guy's fat now. See that? He gained like 150 pounds, claiming he's oppressed. Same with his girlfriend. Same with his fat girlfriend. And she's sitting there yapping, screaming. She's yapping and screaming, and she's like, "Oh, we're all oppressed, and this is such a horrible country, and yap, and white people don't give a damn about black people." And I'm just like, then just go back to Africa, you freaking retard. If it's such a horrible place, leave.
You can buy you a ticket. You can learn your language. You all free to go.
I will pay for you to go.
Yeah.
His name is Hawk Newsom.
Yeah, Hawk Newsom.
Hawk Newsom.
Black people come with the most horrible names.
Hawk is actually not that bad compared to some of them.
Hawk?
Bro, you got to look at all the clips. I think there's a clip of him talking about like black people being oppressed with like a Dolce and Gabbana shirt or jacket. Have you seen that one?
Yeah. Did you? Are you gonna find it? Did you see that video where he's talking about we need some black vigilantes?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, if a race war starts, I'm painting myself white. I'm gonna have a blonde wig on. I'm not going down that path.
We're put on the
You
contacts.
outnumbered. You're outnumbered like freaking 6-1.
Here's Hawk.
There he is.
We need some black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up
You see what's on his jacket? Klux Busters.
Mm-hmm.
How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
Right.
I'm tired.
Tired.
Yeah, you are tired, bro.
What you tired of, man?
He's tired of talking because he's 150 pounds overweight.
Yeah, I hate when he misrepresent what actually happened, oppressing you because you're being loud. No, that dude was threatening.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't
Jordan
care.
Neely deserved it.
Yeah, he said he didn't care if he died.
Yep.
He didn't care.
What?
Why are black people so stereotyped? I don't know. Let's just watch this and maybe ask ourselves why. Jeez.
Actually, they could arrest him for disturbing the peace, right?
No, they're not going to do that because they're going to look. Like
They're gonna say
racist.
it's
Not
against
New
his
York.
freedom of speech.
Not New York.
Yeah, that was
Nah, but-
Petrie. That's like
Yeah.
foul what he did. It's like
Well, he's a
you
foul
want
person.
you want to be respected, but you going to disrespect people. So
Well, he's tired. He's tired, man.
He's tired, bro. You
tired,
got to
man.
defend Jordan Neely. If you don't, you're not a real black person.
Yeah.
you know what I noticed about a lot of these black activists? If they had the opportunity, if the white man invented a machine where you could change your race, they would be the first motherfuckers to step in that bitch and come out as white man. I guarantee it. They'd be the first ones.
Instantaneously.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Name's not Hawk. His name is Steven. I guarantee it. These people actually hate being black, and they take it out on everybody else. That's the only thing I could think of.
Well, it's always white people, white people, white people.
Yeah.
There's no self accountability ever, and the Jordan Neely situation is a perfect example of that. That guy was a criminal, dude. He pleaded guilty to kidnapping a 7-year-old little girl.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was beating on multiple elderly people in the subways.
Wow.
So this guy was clearly a violent. This was prior to the whole situation, right? So this is a definite not safe individual in society. So you kind of think about it. It's like, so where does someone like that end up eventually in the future?
Exactly.
Dead.
Right.
You run into a Daniel Penny.
Yeah.
Right.
Daniel Penny was inevitable.
Yeah.
Okay. That is society checking itself and preserving itself from violence.
Usually it's black on black crime
Criminality.
he'll run into, but he never ran into that. He ran into the white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's more the onus lies with his family. Like, where the hell was his father?
Well, his
They
father
should've
gave
took
a speech saying, this is wrong, what happened to my son. And it's like, where were you to protect your son?
Yeah.
He was homeless at the time. His son's homeless, but no, fuck it.
Nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found. He only cared about his son until this whole situation.
He only cares about his son because he's thinking about that settlement he's probably going to get.
Yeah. Man, we got a brand new giveaway. Look at this. 2024 Ford Diesel F-250 6.7 liter Power Stroke.
Got a stroke in there.
37-inch tires. Look at this monstrous truck. So look how easy it is to get in with the Joe Biden assist step. Man, you know we give away about, 20 vehicles now?
I don't know. I can't count that high.
Over $2 million. Y'all know why we do this, right?
Really? $2 million?
Yeah.
Man, we should have kept that money.
Hey, look at y'all know why we do this, right?
Hey, we need to redo our business plan.
We do this to give back to y'all. Y'all support us, we support you.
We gave away $2 million.
Yeah, stop thinking like a filthy Democrat. We Trump supporters. Go to officialhodgetwins.com. Anything you buy from the site get you automatically. Hit it away. Yeah.
No purchase necessary. Board where prohibited. See official rules for details.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think there's any proof to black fatigue in this country? Personally, I'm black and I got fatigue.
Yes.
So I can only imagine how whites, Latinos, every other race, because black people pull a race card for everything.
Yeah.
And people are getting fed up. I think personally this may have came up in this trial. People are tired of it.
I wish I could be a fly on the wall inside of white people's house. I bet you hear the N-word every second. I'm tired of these niggas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What was Abraham Lincoln thinking?
Oh, fuck.
I just gotta go have things.
That damn Abraham Lincoln. You sorry son of a bitch.
No wonder you got shot.
You know what's funny? He got shot by a Democrat.
There was some comedy show or something.
Yeah.
He had a Democrat vice president.
Yeah.
So that was dumb move there.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted power back, so they shot and killed him to make the vice president the president.
And it's so crazy. Look how long ago that was. Look, and it's still true today. Hollywood was crazy then.
Yeah.
And Hollywood is still
Yeah,
crazy.
he was a comedian or actor that shot him.
Drew, do you think of Black Fatigue? Ask him about Black Fatigue.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Black Fatigue?
No, I've got it too. I'm sick of it, dude. When it's like every day I wake up, I open my phone. It's just another woke black person yapping about like they just, are still on the plantation.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off. It's like, dude, you're not a slave. I mean, in your mind you are.
Yeah.
But these people act like we're still living in the 1800s. Like they're still picking cotton.
Yeah.
Like they're afraid to go outside of their house because David Duke's gonna come and lynch them.
Have a cross lighting.
They're scared of the police.
And when I was covering the riots in 2020, I was undercover everywhere. Antifa, BLM, and there were so many times where I had to restrain myself just from laughing, bro.
Yeah.
Because I would be around them and they're just, they're protesting, just the crap they would say, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, you guys are literally, man, you guys are out here in like DC in a nice neighborhood with all of your designer Nike. You guys got all your clothes on, claiming to be oppressed, marching in the streets as if there's white people out here ready to kill you, and like no one comes out, no one's here.
Right. Hey, we got a video of some black chicks. Oh.
Is that Lizzo?
Man.
Lizzo clones? Would
What's
they
this,
clone Lizzo?
Arizona State University?
Oh my god. Jeez. It's embarrassing.
Tired.
She tired, huh?
Yeah. They got black fatigue. For sure, within seconds.
Yeah, this is nuts. Hey, can we cut this shit off? Shit's on repeat.
I don't think that's. I don't know, man. What they say? Oh, that's our tweet.
Is this black girl magic? It's black girl something.
It's Black Girl Summer.
It's black girl something.
Hey, I really trash like.
This is black.
Could you
girl,
ever find a clip of white girls doing that? It's like
Maybe.
I don't know what it is about the black community. It's like, what's the word I'm looking for? They're oblivious.
No, they don't want to conform to society. They want to be different, and they don't understand that the different they chose, it looks like very bad. Just like revolting.
Like I understand black people are the poorest demographic in this country, right?
Yeah.
But why is it like the illegal immigrant Latinos who are in this country illegally doing better than the black community?
Yeah.
I think it just goes back to culture. What do you think?
Well, I mean, you mean like financially or
yeah.
well, because the blacks have been replaced.
Yeah.
Joe Biden at the end of 2020, I believe, right before they installed him, he held a press conference with a lot of black civil rights leaders. I think Al Sharpton was there. And he straight up told them, he's like, you guys have to get used to these new people, these Latinos, these Latin Americans now, because they're here now, right? And, the Democrat Party has taken advantage of black people for decades, and they just allow it. But now they've shifted to these third world countries with these Latinos, and post 2020, Latinos are the largest non-white voting bloc in
Yeah,
this
they're number
country
2 now.
They're up there.
Latino used to be black, now it's Latino.
Yep. So they've been replaced. So now the Democrats see that, right? And they have to start manipulating that, and they have to start harnessing that.
And I think-
Latinos are not buying it though.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not in this last election. The
That's
women
what I-
are, but the men are not.
That's what I love about Latino and their culture and people that, they see for what it is. Even you people.
Yep, that's right.
You people.
We people
don't like illegal immigration.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. Even like actual Mexicans from Mexico,
Right,
like,
right.
don't like Guatemalans. They don't like Hondurans. They hate those people. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Right?
They hate
but you're
Cubans too.
Yeah, it's like, especially with the illegal immigration, because these people come from these third world countries and they don't make it into the United States, so they get stuck in Mexico. So they're not citizens. They can't get a job, so they join the cartels. The violence goes up.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So they hate those people. Yes, they either go into the sex slave trade, or the men, they just get recruited by the cartel. Even the kids. This is why I'm telling people. Did you guys see how in New York, I think Tren de Aragua is recruiting like 11-year-olds now?
Oh, I didn't know that. I know they're all over the country now. But
Yeah, they're recruiting kids, and the kids are like committing armed robberies.
Wow.
Like gunpoint, knife point robberies. So this is what I'm telling people. Like, you don't want these people in your society. You don't want these kids from these third world countries in your schools with your kids. These are not normal kids. They are grown up in serious, twisted, perverted violence as little kids and children. And then when you get into a scuffle with one of these illegal alien children at school, it's not just like a schoolyard beatdown. It's like they're going to stab your kid's going to die, right?
Right.
So, you know, people are going to have to really think about that.
Yeah, and that's
They all got to go.
What's it to think
Can you
about?
tell I want them all to go?
yeah,
Goddamn.
that's the same gang that the news in Denver was saying is an isolated incident.
Yeah,
They're actually all over the country.
But all you have to do is tell black people this country is racist. All you have to tell black women is this country is racist. Like what? 80%, well, 93% of black women voted for Democrats, and 80% of black men voted for Democrats.
That 80% of black men is actually really good now. It used to be like 95, 96%.
Yeah, well, only 20% of black men and only 7% of black women actually voted for Republican. It's like, how can you be so obtuse?
Well, I mean, I think, you know, with black culture, there's like this loyalty and allegiance to your skin color no matter what, because of the origins of slavery, et cetera. And so that unity that actually a lot of black people, like a lot of OG dudes I talk to or will bring on the show, like, you know, they will tell me that we actually didn't like the civil rights movement and ending segregation because that actually separated our communities and it dispersed us, and we are no longer as tight-knit as we used to be when it comes to our culture. And I find that interesting. I don't know if you guys have had conversations with people like that, but I'm like, that actually makes sense. Like, because if your community is kind of split up and that culture is kind of split up, you're no longer going to be as tight as you once were.
Well, it makes sense because back then, like, I forget the lady who...
Rosa Parks.
I didn't know black people had their own bus lines.
When
that whole situation with her being on the buses with white people was set up by, you know, it's like a psyop to bring all us all together, but it was detrimental to black people because not only are you you're not amongst yourselves, then that whole thing with women, with black women, I don't need a man, and then the welfare state and replace the black man, that was like horrible for black people.
Yeah, but go back to what you said with the OGs. It's like, I think it's very telling because black people do not want to conform to society. Why can't you just fucking conform like everybody else does?
Yeah.
Well, and that's their definition of woke, right? Like their definition of woke is like our definition of red pill almost, right? And that's kind of been distorted. I think I saw, was it Ice Cube's son complaining about this the other day?
Oh, was he?
I think so. I think you might be able to find the tweet. I think...
I think we got a video of actually Joe Biden say he's replacing blacks. You got it?
Yeah, play it.
We got that video?
Country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population. Y'all do. This country is doomed.
He's just screaming at all the minorities, all his slaves.
When did that come out?
That was at the end of 2020, I believe.
Well, the way Latino men vote, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If they keep, because like you look at all the blue states, like New Mexico.
I think
New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico. They's got a huge Latino population, and that country is going farther and farther right.
That state ain't no country. New Mexico.
What'd I say?
You said country, you stupid.
I didn't say country. I said
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did. I'm sorry. I'm black. That state in the next two elections is probably going to swing right like Nevada.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if let's say that is true, and the majority of this population is going to be Latino, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It would be a bad thing if the majority of our population was black because how they think and how they vote.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. If whites become a minority, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah. I'm still not going to Africa.
I'm going to Sweden.
I'm going to Norway or Ireland.
Minorities are just this woke retardation, man. Like even when you do want to improve your life, educationally, financially,
right,
any aspect of your life, what do you get accused of being?
Yeah.
You want to be white. It's crazy, you know, which is a compliment to white people,
right?
Because their stereotype is we're clean. Their stereotype is we're educated.
Yeah.
Their stereotype is, you know, we don't like to shoot each other and kill each other. And it's like if I'm serious, I get this all the time on the internet.
They're telling on themselves, "Oh, you just want to be white." They're admitting out loud that they hate being black.
Yeah,
yeah,
and they admit that white people are better when they do that.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Then black people just don't like each other. I'm black and I'm proud. That's all BS. And you know what the thing about that whole thing that saying Black Lives Matter? If they really truly believe that, when kids are being murdered, they would be marching them down our streets whenever someone else died. They only care about it when white men
are involved.
Right.
Yep. I remember when during the Derek Chauvin trial, which by the way, he needs to be pardoned. Derek Chauvin he needs to be freed because that situation with George Floyd is the same as this last one with Jordan Neely.
Because he had some drugs in his system, his heart stopped.
Yeah, that's why he asked to be put on the floor by the police.
He said he couldn't breathe, and that's why the paramedics showed up.
Right,
because he was overdosing on whatever.
Yeah, they just made an example of him because they thought he was being an asshole.
If that dude would have got, if he'd been freed, oh man.
Yeah, I think there's pressure to find him.
Man, it'd been this place probably be still burning.
Yeah.
Just more stereotypes.
I think he could have.
It's true. You know what I mean? These minorities wonder why. It's like, why am I looked at like a violent, brown or black person? Gee, I don't know, because you burn down buildings every time you don't get your way. Maybe.
Yeah.
Just too much common sense right there.
Maybe we could start there.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know I got married. My first marriage was a black woman, and then I was like, I'll never fucking do that shit. It's like it's like a culture thing.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a cultural thing. It was like,
I remember the last time I was here in Vegas, I did some man on the street, and I was asking some dudes like, "Who would you rather? What race do you prefer?"
What color were the dudes?
Yeah, and then I came across a black guy, and he started first. He said the Asians because they're loyal and they're respectful, submissive, and then the white women, right? And then he said maybe the Latinas, and then I was like, what about the black women? He's like, oh hell no, I don't want to be with a black woman. No, you don't ever want to be with a black woman because they just don't listen. They don't listen.
Yeah.
So it's true.
But it's true. It's totally true.
I've been in a lot of relationships with women, right? And the only woman that put her hands up and said, let's do this shit was a black woman.
Yeah, my first marriage, she used to hit me.
Yeah, she used to whoop Keith's ass.
And I was like 19, and my mom always taught me not to hit a woman, and I just used to let that bitch hit me. I wish I had a time machine. I would go back in time, bitch! This Keith Hard over here.
Peak feminism.
Yeah.
Peak feminism, but the feminists, they want to, first it's, we want to be equal to men, right? And then it's, we want the same opportunities as men, and now it's just, we want to be men.
Yeah, bring back the old school feminist.
Yeah.
The old school feminists would have laughed at these men pretending to be women,
right?
Taking away jobs.
I never understand why women celebrate transgender women winning contests taken away from women.
Well, that's the only way it got this far. Men's totally against it.
Just imagine for a second if women couldn't vote.
Oasis.
A lot of these problems that society's having, we wouldn't be experiencing it. The men in women's bathrooms.
Well, let's look at this. When white men could only vote if they own property. Not all white men could vote, just if you were a white man and you own property.
Yeah.
Then they gave that right to black men.
Right.
They gave the black man the right to vote before they gave a white woman the ability to vote.
Right. Now we see why.
Yeah. Now we know why. And I'll take it a step further. I think there just needs to be IQ tests.
Yeah.
I think there needs to be a standard to your contribution to society. You know?
Right.
Because
you have to be a rational human being.
Yeah, you just go out there on talk to 5 people on the street and ask them their political views, and you'll be like, yeah, this person probably shouldn't vote. So just literally, go do it yourself at home.
It would be a simple test, like, what's the difference between a man and a woman?
Can you recite the ABCs?
Yeah, what's the ABCs? 3, do women have cocks? 4, do men have vaginas? And 5, what's your name? If you pass that test, you can vote.
You can vote.
Because some of the people is just...
Bro, seriously. Have you seen, you ask, can you name 5 states? People can't do it. It's wild, dude. I used to do a lot of man on the street, back in, 2018 was when I first started. And 2020 was, I really started blowing up. And that was actually due to you guys, by the way.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I retweeted some stuff?
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny. Because I covered my first riot in Beverly Hills. No, Santa Monica. Santa Monica, when it all...
A riot in Beverly Hills?
They were rioting in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
They shut down Rodeo Drive, everything. And then they went to Santa Monica. And I was
nice white areas.
Yeah, the nice white areas. And I'm recording everything, and I'm in it's like a save-on or something, right? And all the black people are rioting. They're pulling everything out of the save-on. They're robbing the jewelry store down the street. They're just ripping up a Vons, and all the black people are walking out with liquor. That's all they have. Literally, all they had was shopping carts of liquor. That was it.
No beans, no bread, no rice.
No, but
just
the
liquor.
video, I think it was the video you guys reposted on Instagram and tagged me in it, was when I was in the Vons, and I didn't even notice this. You guys kind of taught me to really pay attention to what I'm actually recording. The black people were all robbing the whole Vons, but all of the black people were running past the sunscreen. I think it was either you or whoever controlled your account at the time that pointed it out, and then you tagged me in it. I literally got over 100,000 followers because of that.
No shit.
On my Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's some Drew Hernandez live lore right there. And ever since that day, I'm like, wow, there's I should maybe really look at this video before I post it, because that was a really good catch.
It's the little...
I literally started doing that when I was covering Riot. I was in Chaz, Portland, Kenosha, right, with Kyle Rittenhouse and all that.
Yeah, you was the guy that actually got that footage of him, Kyle Rittenhouse shooting those. What was that? What was like seeing that live?
It was surreal. It felt like an out of body experience,
right?
Because I've never been in the military or law enforcement. I've never been in a combat situation.
Right.
So that was my first time being a part of something like that. And I just knew to film it, keep my head down and follow him. I'm like, well, I hope I don't die here. I'm really trying to make my career. I hope this one works.
Right.
But coming out of that, a couple days later, I'm looking at the footage, and it's worldwide. It's probably the biggest story of my career was the whole Kenosha stuff.
Right. Right.
It just felt like it wasn't real.
Yeah. Couldn't believe what you were saying.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it, and I couldn't believe it all happened. And then when I went to go testify in the trial for Kyle's defense, that was I still to this day have not watched my full testimony.
Right.
I hate seeing myself on TV.
I hate it. But even that, I'm like, I just don't want to watch it because I critique myself more than anybody.
Exactly.
And I'm like, maybe I could have said that, but history's history, and he's free. So
Right.
yeah, it was pretty wild.
I can't believe that actually went to trial.
Yeah, one of them actually had a knife, right? And
One of them had a gun.
Yeah, and they're chasing a guy with a rifle.
Yeah.
Who the fuck chases a guy with a rifle?
Yeah.
Woke black people. Well, actually woke white people. All the
Yeah. That was who the hell does that?
You see, he's got a
But
rifle.
that's why I'm saying it was so surreal. I'm like, how is this happening in this little town?
Yeah.
Right.
Because like when you go there to Kenosha, it literally looks like a movie set.
Right.
Like if you go to the actual street where that all went down, you look at the gas station, you look at the car dealership that got burnt up. Like it's all like in close proximity around itself, and it's like it looks like a Universal Studios backlot. I'm not even exaggerating.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying like it felt. Like, did this really happen? That's crazy.
It's like it's no situational awareness. It's like he's got a rifle. I'm chasing him. I got a gun. I got a knife. It's like me and Keith, we used to be loss prevention agents, right? Whenever I go out and arrest somebody for shoplifting, I'm like checking the dude up and down. Several times I went on a guy had a gun. One guy had a knife. I'm like, knife, back away, right? You're chasing a guy with a rifle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you got a knife, you got a gun. You deserve every bit what happened to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was fully self-defense.
Yeah.
That whole night. If they would have gotten a hold of that kid after he defended himself,
Oh yeah.
They'd have killed
they
him.
would have killed him.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind.
No doubt.
No doubt in my mind.
And one of the guys was like a actual pedophile, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Now, to bring charges against somebody, you have to bring them before a grand jury, right? What's it called, a grand jury?
I think so.
And they have to say, yeah, we have enough charges to take him to
Enough
trial.
evidence. Yeah.
Yeah, enough evidence. How the hell did they get past get to a trial? Because obviously it was self-defense. He's got a rifle. You got weapons. Both of you have deadly weapons. He allowed to defend himself.
Well, the incident was politicized, so
Big time.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the Democrats got together and like, we need to figure this out. This dude needs to go to jail.
Man, just imagine if he'd have been found guilty of that. That would have set a horrible precedent for our country. You can't defend yourself against someone with a deadly weapon attacking you.
Yep. While your whole city is getting burnt to the ground.
Right, during a riot.
Yeah, during a riot. In that environment.
Democrats.
And then when you get freed, white supremacy wins again.
Yeah.
That's what the left says. I'm like,
yeah, just
that's got to be low IQ.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
It
capacity
is.
thing.
It's intellectually lazy.
Yeah.
It's easy. Just blame white people for everything. And you don't really have to be nuanced about it. You don't have to explain your positions. It's just white people.
Yeah. Sad world they
Like
live
I have a
in.
stomach ache. It's a white person's fault. You know?
I saw a video of this fat woman on Oprah's network. She was complaining that she's fat and obese because of white supremacy. She said
it was a black woman, wasn't it?
it was a fat, round black woman.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she said it's because of white supremacy. She's fat.
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
Gave no reason. It just
I think she's like,
She said society is oppressing her because there's not healthy food options. I did send it to you. You can pull it up.
you
Put
know,
fat
nobody's
woman-
forcing you to eat.
it's called going to the grocery store and picking healthy options.
Yeah. Go to grilled chicken. Don't eat fried chicken.
Yeah.
Don't eat French fries. Eat a baked potato, bitch.
That would actually be a hilarious skit. Just some fat giant black woman just angrily eating in anger.
And it tastes so good. These chicken nuggets in this sweet and sour sauce. Just dipping them bitches.
Oh, I found it.
Like the mukbangs.
Yeah.
Right?
I think Terrence Williams is reacting to it.
Oh, okay.
This one?
Yep, this is it.
Oh, that's her.
Because it becomes a way to blame us for a set of conditions that we didn't.
He's eating ribs.
We're taking care of kids, but our food quality suffers. We are living in the Trump era. And look, you can't get access to good health care, good insurance. The research says that black women, when we do the same diets as white women, we lose less weight and we lose it slower.
What?
Even when we're following the diet than our white women counterparts. And what public health practitioners
Unreal.
think is that our stress responses in the body change our metabolism.
Oh my God.
That you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Oh,
Man.
No self-accountability.
Yeah.
All of it. That's what it all comes down to.
No accountability.
No white people are forcing you to eat.
Yeah.
It's yourself. It's your fat self.
You saw the blocker. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Speak it, girl.
I just can't, man.
Dude, that is peak retardation. Holy crap. I haven't seen that one.
That was on
That was on
Oprah's
Oprah?
network.
Oh, it's on her network.
It was on her network. There was a TV show on her network.
That's the black voter right there.
Yeah.
I would like to have a conversation with one.
I wouldn't.
And I would just point blank. So when is enough enough?
Yeah.
When is enough enough?
Yeah.
And I would like to hear the answer to that.
Dude.
You wouldn't get one.
Dude, I asked so many black people, reparations, right?
Yeah.
How much do you get? Right? How much do you get? What's the dollar amount?
Yeah.
Some people told me $5 million. I said, dude, that's not reparations. You want to be a fucking king.
You're the 1% now.
You top 1%. What, you think all white people got $5 million in the bank?
It's supposed to bring you up to the white people's level, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's supposed to level you out.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the Dave Chappelle skit, where the reparations one.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Where all the black people get reparations.
Yeah,
They're spending it
Cadillac.
on Newports and
Inflation will be a huge problem.
scratchers. The scratchers.
What he said, the stock of Cadillac could be $10,000.
Yeah.
He said fentanyl will be out of stock. Cadillacs will be out of stock. All the weed will be gone.
All the weed will be gone.
All the wig shops will be sold out. Yeah, this is fucked up. We saying this. I'm just saying, Dave Chappelle, he did all this. Yeah,
You know, Dave Chappelle, after that show, he felt guilty. I think he went to Africa for like a couple months.
Yeah.
Well, he talked about the industry, that they were,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, man, some of his jokes, man, he had a white Dave, and then he had a black Dave on his shoulder.
My favorite one is the KKK episode.
Yeah.
That is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
What
in my
was his
life.
name? Bigsby?
Yeah.
People call us Bigsby. What's his name? What was his name?
Clayton Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby.
He took his mask off and that white man's head blew up.
That shit was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
Yeah, bring his show back, man.
You know, a lot of this wokeism is destroying comedy.
Oh, it is annihilating it.
Yeah.
You
Have you
can't-
seen the new Coming to America?
Mm-mm.
I didn't watch it.
I don't care to watch anything in Hollywood.
Yeah.
I just don't
Yeah.
care to waste my time.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
turned
it's
off
so
by a lot
woke
of that
now.
stuff. Yeah.
Everything's got a message.
It's
a
not
woke
entertainment.
message.
It's just straight up degenerate
Yeah.
propaganda meant to turn Americans against each other. And,
Right.
you know, it's either about gays or black supremacy. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every show I watch TV a lot.
They put some
It's
gay.
it's got some gay in it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Always.
wait a minute. Why do you have to put a gay scene right here? You
Yeah.
don't even have a straight scene in there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's everything.
It's like they shoving it down his throat, and it's not genuine.
Like that new movie Wicked.
Yeah.
The Ariana Grande and that other woke black
That
lady.
musical?
Or dude.
I didn't go see that shit.
I didn't
can't
see it.
stand musicals.
I didn't see it, but apparently my wife was telling about it because she likes the original musical.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the original musical is based off of an original book.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the book has like bestiality in it, wild stuff. And the parents aren't aware of this.
Wow.
And so like the parents apparently are buying the book because, oh, the new movie in this. And a lot of people are freaking out. They're like, actually, don't buy that book for your child.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense because Ariana Grande was doing an interview and she's like, oh, yeah, all the animals in Oz are gay. The chickens are gay.
Right.
It's like, wow.
Come on.
Why do you want the animals to be gay? Gee, I wonder why.
Another woman. Freaking women.
Yeah.
Who's that? Yeah, that one right there.
Weird, bro.
And I feel, and I have feelings, and I can share them.
What is she wearing?
And if you need to cry right now, you
Why are they holding hands?
Gay.
Why is she dressed like a man?
And someone said to me once that the green was the thing that I would love the most about Alphabet, that I would want to stay green. But actually, being green, yes, I loved playing this character. But every time I took the makeup off, I loved who I was even more.
What?
So I've come away like feeling.
Why's she whispering? Like she's scared someone's going to hear her.
Holy shit.
I mean, God.
You
absolutely.
know?
Yeah. What you've brought to this film and to these characters, you've not just taken care of them, you have transformed them for good.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is also my first time ever doing a jump.
You have been the
amazing.
light
You're
of the
amazing.
day. You are
truly
such a gift.
Oh my God, it's like a cult, dude. It's a cult.
We appreciate
coming into
you.
this room today. We need
Like, I feel more
Women.
beautiful when I take the makeup off.
Yeah.
It's like, who wants to tell her she was cast because she's ugly? It's the Wicked Witch of the West. Like, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the Wicked Witch of the West or whatever is supposed to be ugly. That's why you were cast. You're not meant to be good looking.
More racism. I guess Kate with women.
I mean, Ariana Grande, what the hell happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, her eyes
dude.
look a little off. She sounds a little off.
Yeah.
It's just she's been wokeified.
Yeah.
It's like
She's been manipulated from the beginning. Remember her early
she
days on
started as a little
Nickelodeon?
kid, right? And yeah.
Remember all the was it Dan Schneider? Right? Is that it?
She was on Nickelodeon.
The fat guy, right?
Right.
Remember he had them all doing the feet thing?
Oh, no, that was Amanda Bynes. That was,
No, it was her.
was it her?
Miranda Crosby. iCarly.
The iCarly.
They would do
Yeah.
all the foot fetish stuff.
Right.
But there's footage of Ariana Grande in her episodes where she's like got a water bottle and she's upside down. She's like, as a little kid.
Yeah, pull that up. I want to see that.
You ever seen that?
I've never seen
It's
that.
wild, dude. I was watching this when I was a kid thinking it was funny. And it was like these Hollywood pedophiles putting kids in these like sexual... Yeah, bro.
I never saw that.
Dude, you got to watch the Drake Bell expose. I forgot what it's called. I think it's on Discovery, maybe, where he comes out and talks about the pedophiles at Nickelodeon and how he was molested, and he kept it a secret for years.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and they show the footage in there of Ariana Grande, all the kids being sexualized, and everyone thought it was just funny in the 90s.
Right. Hey, can you find that, Joe?
I'm getting it. I think it's this
Girl
one.
to drink water upside down.
Look at that, dude.
I'm thirsty. It's not possible. This has been me in a video.
What the hell is that?
Come on, give up the juice.
What?
Can you? Sometimes I wonder if you can get juice from a potato.
Oh, I thought it was a dildo.
Hey, Kim, what's wrong with you?
Is it possible?
Yeah, there it is.
That is crazy.
Told you. And as kids, I remember watching that. I'm like, oh, it's a funny joke. It's a funny joke. And there's like compilations where all of the kids in Nickelodeon, they all get like sprayed in the face with liquid.
It's not funny, but I'm just
It's wild.
I'm just laughing, you sick fuck. It's a coping mechanism. That is crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Me and Keith was
wild.
Went to a couple auditions.
Man,
up
you
in
gonna tell that
Hollywood.
story again?
Yeah, it was.
I haven't heard it.
They want us to host this show, but we got there and it's these two flaming gay guys. I mean, the guy's so gay.
Damn.
He's like got a purple mist around him.
Yeah.
And the whole time this dude is staring at my crotch.
Yeah, it was just all they was doing was like trying to figure us out if we were
Dude
like gay
started
friendly.
sweating profusely. I was like, this is so uncomfortable.
Yeah, and then they both invited us out. Hey, we're going out for drinks later on. You want to hang out? And I was like,
hell no.
Man, I wasted $3,000 because you said I was going to be on TV on CBS. Just started my YouTube channel. Got about 100,000 subscribers. I think I'm going places.
Hey, man, I don't feel so good, man.
What's wrong with you?
I'm embarrassed to tell you. I'm just going to tell you, I ain't took a shit in like 2 weeks, man.
Ain't you taking your OH? Your optimal human?
I thought we ran out of it.
Man, here, take this. Here's some right here. Take it. Get it up in you. Drink that. Get that probiotics. That artichoke.
That is good.
That apple powder. All those essential nutrients that get your intestines right. Yeah, get them intestines right. Get it all up in you. Swallow it. There you go. Why are you drinking it like it's Kool-Aid or something? Just
Well, you made it with cold water. I'm over here getting brain freeze.
What's good with cold water? It's like a smoothie.
Oh, man, I feel something move. Oh, man.
Go to optimalhuman.com/Hodgetwins and now
Try Optimal Human for free today.
Hey, so what would you say? Have you always been conservative? Do you have a red pill moment?
I would say growing up, I had like a religious upbringing.
Yeah.
Like kind of like this Catholic Mormon blend that my parents introduced me to.
I think that's what helps a lot of Latinos, they're Catholic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I had that foundation, but I was never like a practicing born again Christian.
Right.
That didn't happen until I turned like 21. But I always had like a real conservative view on the world, right? Like I always had like an obsession of going down the rabbit holes on YouTube and the New World Order stuff. Like even as a kid in like high school, it always really intrigued me. I'm like, wow, what's up with Jay-Z with all the hand signs? And they're all talking about, interfacing with some kind of spirit when they're rapping on their songs. They wrote nothing, but it just comes out perfectly. I'm like, what?
Right.
Where is that coming from? What is that? So that always really sparked my interest as a kid. So when I became a Christian when I was like 21, God just opened up my mind. He opened up my eyes, and I could see the world for what it really is with the Bible. And I got worse when it came to like my foundational beliefs of like conservatism and Christianity. And so, I was never woke at one point, but I would say the 2016 election got my attention because I was a Christian, but I wasn't necessarily like politically active. I did ministry here and there, but it was the election where the WikiLeaks came out, and then everyone found out that Hillary Clinton was getting ready to open the border, and I was deciding, all of 2015, 2016. All right, who do I want to vote for, Trump or Hillary? And it was Trump all the way, dude. And I'm the type of person like when I decide to do something, I'm just like 1,000% don't look back. That's it.
Right.
And so 2016 really got my attention to get involved. And that's when I got on social media, started doing Man on the Street, putting out viral clips. Then 2020 came, lockdowns, then the riots. That's when I started really going viral with the news. But that election really got my attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obama got us going. I voted for him his first term, and then the second term I actually voted for Mitt Romney.
We're the Democrats.
Yeah.
I voted for Gore, Kerry, diehard Democrat.
Because you were told to?
That's why I stood in line. I said, yep, they're going to try to keep me from voting because I'm black. I'm gonna do my public duty. Yeah, that's why I stood in line.
Yeah.
Because I didn't pay attention to politics. I just, whatever I saw for 5 minutes on CBS or whatever, that's what I believed. I didn't do any homework.
Right.
But after a while, I just started paying attention. And I was like, man, these people, these Democrats is kind of stupid.
Something off here.
Something's off here.
I'm being manipulated.
I feel like a dumbass supporting these people,
Right.
Like what really opened my eyes was the whole trans thing and the path that took the country on.
Yeah. How do you feel about this, being a Christian? I really don't care what other people do. I mean, they're the ones that's going to burn in hell, right? I believe in freedom. I draw the line with the whole trans thing is if you're an adult, by all means, it's your body, it's your life, do it. But where I draw the line is kids. You don't push that shit on kids.
It can't be promoted.
Yeah.
It's been normal neither.
Yeah, when a kid says when I see a boy and he says he's a girl, that is not him talking. He's been fed that garbage.
Well, for me, as a Christian, I believe in traditional marriage, man, woman only, holy matrimony. For me, it's a problem for the kids, but also the adults, because they're the ones going after the kids.
Right.
And I think if you're going to tolerate it and not draw a line at that point, well, then you're never going to end up in a situation where there won't be adults going after those children.
Right.
Because there has to be a moral line drawn in society somewhere. And if you don't draw that line, the nature of evil is going to go after the innocent, the vulnerable. And I don't think you can get away from it. I think maybe you could try it in theory, but evil is evil. And you're always going to end up in a situation where they will go after children. The sexual perversion cannot be contained. And I think that's kind of where our society is right now. And I think society, when it comes to homosexuality and LGBTQ, I mean, these people literally don't have a future. And you can't have a functioning society. There is no future for civilization. They can't reproduce. There's the spread of STDs. There's the spread of AIDS. There's nothing beneficial of embracing that for civilization. And I always ask people, point to me one society, one civilization that is full pro-homosexual that has lasted more than 100 years or 200 years. And you can't find that because they don't have that future. And that's not, YouTube will call that hate or the LGBT will call that hate. I just say that's just God's truth. And I think there's a prescribed way for us to function as human beings that is good for us.
Yeah, I look at it like this too. Like when we let the same sex marry, that open up like Pandora's box. Now these people are being treated like a traditional marriage. Now they have rights like adopting kids.
Yeah.
And that's a whole slippery slope on its own because if me and my brother truly believe sexuality is taught. Like if I was raised by two gay men, more likely I'm going to turn out, at the very least, I'm going to be bisexual.
Yeah.
Because you like when you're a kid, you like a sponge. You soak up everything around you.
Yeah.
You think it's normal.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's why conservatives hate them so much. Well, not hate, dislike.
Well, like I said, society could try it. There's nothing new under the sun. Right. The Romans went through this. The Corinthians went through this. This is even Germany went through this in the 1930s, 1940s. Berlin was degenerate. It was degenerate, and they were sick of it, and they were done with it.
You know what? When I look at the LGBTQ community, all you have to do is to see what that whole community is about is just go to a gay pride parade.
Yep.
The things they do in front of kids, they have no moral compass.
Yep.
Why would you do that in front of a kid?
Because you're a pervert.
Yeah.
And I mean, from my biblical perspective, it's homosexuality, LGBTQ is sexual perversion. And so when that gets brought out, it has that grotesque response. If I sit here and describe sodomy to you, right? If I sit here and describe sodomy to anyone that's, pro-LGBTQ, I tolerate it. I'm fine with it. Just don't push it on me. If I sit here and describe to you what sodomy is, your face goes, you're completely horrified. Why? Why does that happen? If you're okay with it, why can't you sit here and have a conversation about it? Well, because God has built us with a moral compass, and it gets repulsed when it hears things and sees things that are immoral. And I mean, you just read Romans chapter 1, you'll see it. It's right there.
I didn't know that.
Jesus was definitely homophobic.
When you look at the two main religions, when I think of religion, I think of Christianity and Muslims. And the third I think of is Judaism. Out of the three religions, Judaism actually embraces this gender ideology. I didn't know that.
Yep. There's it's like 12 or something like that.
12 different genders.
12, right? Yeah. It's totally twisted.
So why do you think, you would think Christians and Muslims would be tight, right?
Yeah. Especially when it comes to Judaism.
Doctrinally, the separation comes with who they believe God is, right? Like a born-again Protestant Christian will believe that Jesus Christ is God in human flesh, right? That the Holy Spirit is God, God the Father, the Trinity, right? Trinitarian doctrine. But when you talk to a Muslim like that, that's where the violation comes because, that's how we view Allah is God, which is not Jesus. They only view Jesus as a prophet. Right. So that's where the doctrinal difference comes from, and that's where...
That's why all three of them hate each other.
That's where wars come from.
Yeah, but it look like we got something in common. At least they see Jesus as a prophet. The Jews think he's boiling in hot semen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And excrement.
And Muslims and Christianity is both against homosexuality, but Judaism, they embrace it.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
Tolerate it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that's why Jews has been kicked out of I forget how many countries. And that's why...
over 1,100 countries, I think.
Was it 1,100? I think it was 100.
That's 100. What that white supremacist told us.
Yeah, he's probably embellishing on the numbers. I think it's like 100. It's a little bit over 100.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Even black people have not been kicked out of 100 countries. When you think about it.
Yeah. I don't think black people have been kicked out of any country. Actually, they've been bringing us to other countries against our will. They love us that much. But not the Jews. Get the hell out of here.
And I didn't know that's part of the reason why Hitler was burning books and he wanted to do away with Jews.
Well, remember, you're never allowed to ask what were in the books.
Right, exactly.
Growing up in school, you're just told, well, they burned the books.
Right.
And then if you get remotely close to what were in the books, well, they were just Jewish authors. Well, what were in the books?
I gotta ask.
What were in the books?
Right.
And it was a lot of psycho, degenerate, trans this, trans that. It was perversion.
Right.
And
because they're just practicing their faith.
Yeah, and then now you wonder why they call us Nazis right now.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so crazy. One night I could not sleep, and I'm on YouTube. And then I said, and I saw this video. It's his Hitler speech,
AI
translated, AI in English. I said, okay, let me listen how racist this guy is.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to it, I was like, holy shit!
You're like,
this guy sounds like Trump.
You're like this. You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, this crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't hear him say the N-word or anything.
Yeah, I thought he was just going to be saying these horrible things
about blacks and just people in general.
I don't even think he mentioned blacks.
No.
Nope.
No.
That was crazy.
No, and there's an interesting movement online where a lot of people are listening to those speeches now.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're like,
It makes
Damn, didn't see that coming.
It makes a lot of sense because during World War II, it was World War II, right?
Yeah.
He was with African countries. He was with Japan.
Yeah.
If this dude is such a white supremacist, why has he got all these non-white people helping him?
and the Muslim Arabs.
Yeah.
Iran. They love Hitler.
It's like that story hasn't been really told.
Well, it's been told, just not correctly, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you only get one version of the history.
Yeah.
Right? And that's on purpose. Like when you're a kid, you're taken to the Museum of Tolerance. You're given this whole one version only of history. And anything outside of that, you get punished for it.
Right.
Which I don't think is American
Exactly.
at all.
Exactly.
Period. Like at the end of the day, for me, it comes down to I'm an American. I'm free. I should be able to say what I want. I should be able to take a look at what I want, study what I want.
Right.
But whenever you get kind of put into this mode of censorship, right,
Yeah.
where everything you say, if you even think about it, you're an anti-Semite. I don't like that. Like even as a Christian, like this Christian Zionism is psychotic to me. Like it's literally psychotic to me where people justify in their own minds, well, you know, the Holy Land and God's chosen people, well, that gives them, you know, a pass to kill people. You know, I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Right.
You know, and you can't hold anybody accountable.
Right.
Like you can't genuinely come out and critique Israel with what they do or with what they say without being called an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here as a Christian, I'm like, well, that's just not biblical to begin with.
Yeah.
Because there's no race, there's no sect of human society or civilization that, according to God's standards, that go unaccountable, that are not held accountable. There's nobody. There's nobody that you see in the Bible where those, if anything, I would argue, you want to really be God's chosen people. Okay, well, if you take a look at the scope of the Bible, the Jews are actually really held accountable more by God. I mean, you read the book of Romans. The book of Romans makes this very clear. The Apostle Paul, who was a Jewish terrorist at one point in his life, he got saved and became a Christian. He actually told the Jews, he told them straight up in Rome, he was like, well, you think that you are actually more spiritual supreme. You think you're more spiritual superior because you have been given the law of God. You think that makes you a more superior type of human being or race. Well, actually, that actually makes you more held accountable by God because you've been given the oracles of God. So you know too much. You know better.
Yeah, that's why they call everybody outside of who they are. I don't know if it's a race or a religion. They call us Gentiles.
Yep.
Goyams, right?
Yeah, Goyim's another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like they say every other. What is a Jew? Is it a race?
It depends on who you ask.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I talked to a Jew and he says it's, I forget what his fucking Jew ass said, but
Definitely a religious doctrinal belief system, right? But I think if you ask someone in Israel, they'll say it's both.
Both,
Right? That's why I say depending on who you ask.
Right.
But the belief system, I mean, I take a look at the Talmud. It's not a part of the Bible. So as a born-again Christian, I fully reject it, right? And that's what I'm saying is, as a Christian, as an American, and you're not able to have these conversations without being shut down, I just don't view that. I don't understand how people don't see that, how that is completely anti-American, like shutting down our civil rights as Americans. So, you know, for me, the biggest issue I have on top of everything else is allowing a group of people and a protected class in society using that and weaponizing that to the point where they can just get away with whatever the hell they want. Right. They're trying to do that to an extent with black people with BLM. Didn't really work out, maybe a little bit, but
black fatigue there.
Yeah, you just can't end up in a situation like that because then because the nature of evil comes in, and the nature of evil will take advantage of that and use it against you.
Yeah, like that term trans rights. I don't believe in trans rights because the rights they see for trans is like, it's not really a right. It's like preferential treatment. If I hear trans rights for kids, I'm like, that shit don't even go together. It's like it's an oxymoron. Like when I think of someone, well, if they really believe in trans rights, you would say a person having the ability to live their life how they want to live, if they want to live with opposite sex. That's what I see. That's how I see trans rights. But trans rights to them is preferential treatment because you get to do things. You get to participate with demographics of people that you can take advantage of, like women. That's not a right. It's preferential treatment. You know, and it's a huge advantage.
Yeah, real fight for trans rights is a man having the ability to dress and live his life as a woman. Nobody's trying to take that away.
Right.
That's what trans rights are, but they won't. Yeah.
Well, and I have the right to shame you for it.
Yeah. Exactly. You should be able to.
Yeah.
But they're trying to take that away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen the videos of Ben Shapiro? He's like mocks these people on the left, like these gender ideology. And I always thought that was weird because you're mocking your own religion. And he gets millions of views on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's like somewhat of some kind of controlled opposition on YouTube for sure.
It's fucking nuts.
Yes.
Do you have Christians out here like mocking their own religion?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And he never points that out.
I don't think he wants people to know that. I don't think Jews want that out in the open.
Yeah.
They're the only religion that actually encourages that shit and embrace it.
Yeah.
Fuck what I don't know. I like him politically, but
unrighteousness has to be dealt with. That's where I fall. You know?
You're a youth pastor, right?
I was for 6 years, and then you know, God kind of transitioned me, no pun intended, into full-time media in like 2020, and something really big in my life where that wasn't easy to do. It was to walk away. I'm like, wow, I know God has me, you know, preaching to the youth and really pouring into their lives and helping them and their families. And so when I made this shift, now it makes sense, you know, because God has given me.
You can still do what you're doing as a media person.
Yeah.
You have a bigger platform.
Exactly.
You can actually call yourself a great journalist.
I guess.
Investigative journalist.
I just do what I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't roll with titles or anything like that. I just do what I do.
Yeah. I like how you do the man on the street, your footage of Kyle Rittenhouse, you know, the riots. You didn't spin it. You just filmed it. And you just expose people how they think. And you don't put your 2 cents in. You just let them do all the talking. It really exposes like
who they are.
The left really is.
Well, in 2020, that was important because they were telling us it was fiery but mostly peaceful, right? You had the whole mainstream media trying to tell us it wasn't happening.
Right.
And part of that was like just my curiosity to go out there and be like, so what is really happening? You know what I mean? Like you got this, you know, black guy on CNN. It's fiery, but mostly, what a joke, dude. Like literally, just hanging that dude out to dry.
Yeah.
So I would go and I'm like, okay, yeah. That's why it went so viral.
Right.
Because it was something that was being exposed where the nation was being told it wasn't happening.
Yeah. You being religious, do you believe in demonic possession?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Possession, oppression as well. Yeah, I've dealt with that in ministry. I've never been demon possessed, but we've dealt with kids. I got some crazy stories for sure. But you know, that's actually how I became a Christian. You know, I was dealing with a lot of demonic oppression. You know, stuff happening to me. Obviously at night, but it really started to freak me out when it was happening in broad daylight. Not on drugs, not drunk, just manifestations, stuff jumping off the ceiling, pushing me into my bed. Like literally into my bed, like I'm sunk in my bed and can't, not a sleep paralysis. I was like wide awake and this stuff's falling off of the ceiling. But I remember I had a kid in our youth group, and he's like super like thugged out, you know, like super, you know, Chicano kid, and he was maybe like, I don't know, 13. He was a Crip. He was a Crip in Ontario, California.
He's going places.
Yeah, but he was pretty rough, dude. He was pretty rough, and I would always, you know, talk to him whenever he'd be at church, and he'd always, you know, he'd always be like this, just listening to me preach.
Right. Yeah.
And then when I would say something based every now and then, and he'd be like, you know what I mean? And it's just really rough kid, and I'll never forget it, dude. Because I would talk about demon possession, you know, biblically to the youth group. And one morning he DM'd me on social media. He's like, I need to talk to you. Like, I need to talk to you now, dude. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'll see you at church, right? And you know, we're talking at church. He's like freaking out. Came to church early, was there before anybody. And I'm having a conversation. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, everything you said was true. He's like, I'm not on drugs. I'm not high, nothing. I'm like, what happened? And he's like, I don't know, last night something just came over me. And he's like, I'm writing in my pad, and I'm writing in a different language, and I couldn't stop. And then he's like, out of nowhere, I started speaking it as I was reading it. And he's like, my voice changed, and he's like, I just wasn't in control. And then he said it stopped. And this is like this Crip gangster kid. I'm like, and he's like, he was white as a ghost, dude, freaked out of his mind. And he's like, you know, and I grabbed my gun, and I was like going around my room trying to figure out what the hell this was. And I felt helpless. I couldn't control it. I was completely out of it. He's like, it's everything you've ever described. He's like, I just never believed you. He's like, but now I've encountered something in my house that I cannot deal with. And we prayed for him, and he decided to give his life to the Lord, and it, you know, helped, you know, for as long as it did. But we've had multiple stories like that. There was another kid in our youth group. He was maybe like 12 and didn't speak Spanish, only spoke English, weighed maybe like 80 pounds, real skinny young kid. And his parents called us freaking out one time because something would fall over him, like come upon him, and he would manhandle his mother and his dad, little 80-pound kid, just pushing grown adults around like it's nothing. And they were telling us he would start speaking in a different voice, in perfect Spanish, completely different voice, not the same voice. And then after the kid was done, he wouldn't remember what was happening. And what was happening was the kid was obsessed with going up into the attic. And every time, you know, the demon would speak to the family, it would tell the parents that I have to go up there. I have to go up there, like in Spanish. I have to get up there, and I just have to go up there. And so the pastors went, and when the pastors went, they were praying before they went in. And sure enough, the kid's there, eyes black, and he's like pushing like all the pastors around completely, just like an 80-pound little kid speaking in perfect Spanish, totally different voice. And one of the pastors went up to the attic and was like, why is he so obsessed with the attic? And the parents, they didn't know. They had no idea. They go up, and there's some rings up there, pulls the ring down, and they're like, well, we found this. Do you guys know what this is? They're like, we don't know what this is. And the kid was screaming. They prayed over him. They pretty much, it was an exorcism, right? And ever since then, the kid would come into the youth group. He just like wasn't the same. There was like something really off. So it turns out that the house that they bought and they were living in was actually a human sex trafficking hub of women and children in that whole house. And it had a whole criminal history, and the family found out. But that kid, ever since then, I mean, he was kind of never the same ever again, but he didn't have those problems. But we've had some instances where really unexplainable things are happening, and people not on drugs, not drinking, sober. That's what freaks people out.
Right.
Is when they end up in a situation like that.
Yeah.
And they're not high.
Yeah.
I'll probably take off running.
So you ain't never seen nobody crawling up walls and shit and nothing like that, right?
Not like that. I mean, I've come into even reporting. I think you have a clip. I've come across people.
Yeah, I saw that clip.
That are like
I didn't see it.
Real fidgety.
Yeah.
Voices changing. I remember I was with Savannah Hernandez. This was when Roe v. Wade was overturned, and we're in front of the Supreme Court. And that clip is short. That was like a 25-minute. This guy was like following us, and this was weird behavior. Like he was just like this. Like he would come to me, scream and yell in my face, walk away. His voice was changing up and down. And that's when the clip, I was live right here with Savannah, where I asked him if he liked killing babies.
Calm down. Take your fucking hands off me. So the left always attacks free speech.
Calm down, sir. Sir, calm down. Calm down. Let's have a conversation. Calm down.
Let's incite. No, let's not have a fucking conversation.
Calm down,
Worthless little sack of shit.
I guess the pandemic's over.
Because he was spitting in my face.
What's wrong, sir? You like killing babies? You love killing babies?
Yeah, I fucking love killing babies.
You love killing babies, huh? You love that, don't you?
Good, Alex was loving that, dude.
So the left always attacks free speech.
Yeah, run into that, a lot of that, man.
Yeah.
I fucking love killing babies.
You love killing babies, huh?
Hey, when you go out and interact with these people, do you like bring that shit home, like the anxiety?
No. I just laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife would be freaking out when I'd be out covering riots undercover with Antifa. I was getting into cars with these people.
Yeah.
A lot, you know?
That's some crazy undercover work, man.
It was wild. It was wild, but I just can't really do it anymore because after the trial, the death threats were they were credible. It was a lot. But when I would be places reporting, you know, it was no longer, we're looking for you to jump you. It's like, we're going to kill you, you know, because I'm the guy. They view me as the guy that freed the killer white supremacist known as Kyle. They literally view me as that, you know? So I remember, I think it was when Andy No got caught up in Portland.
Yeah,
you guys remember that?
He got beat pretty bad, right?
That was the first time, but then he went out again. And he was like, ran into a hotel and was like hiding or something like that. And I remember talking to Tim Pool, and he's like, yeah, you know, you just can't do this for too long because the bigger you get more recognized. These people are not going to hurt you. They're going to kill you, dude.
Yeah. Right.
He was right. He was completely right. And that's why I've kind of made this big transition into just like hosting my own show. And, you know, it's not that I'm not afraid of these people, but I got to think about my family.
You got to be smart.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you get to that point, especially dealing with those kind of people.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That dude seemed like he was possessed.
Yeah, for sure.
Who would say that?
Dude, the full video, that guy was just going back. It was bizarre. Savannah remembers. It felt inhuman.
Yeah. And he's
like
following you.
the coming back and forth. Like he just I wouldn't even say anything.
Yeah. You know what the vibes I was getting from that? Remember the movie with Will Smith, Men in Black? To be people, but to be insects from another planet? The way you were describing how he's walking.
The cockroach alien in the human body.
Yeah.
I need salt.
Right.
What do you drink? Salt water?
I need salt. I guess there's probably levels to this demon being possessed by demons.
Just go to Haiti, dude. Both of you. Go to Haiti.
Fuck no.
Hell no.
Go to Haiti. Go hang out in Haiti for like for a week. I think Elijah told you.
Go down there and get me some cat stew.
There you go. Go to Haiti. Go into the village of like 10K Haitians.
Yeah. Yeah.
No power, nothing. Nobody for miles.
Yeah.
Middle of the night, between like 10 a.m., 4 a.m., all the witch doctors manifesting, slaughtering animals, speaking in all kinds of different languages.
That's why they're bringing those immigrants in from Haiti and all these third world countries, because they know they can manipulate them once they get here to vote however they want them to vote. It should be like based on a privilege to come here. The best of the best should be able to come here.
Yeah.
I don't believe in this, what do you call it? Asylum? Fuck you.
Asylum or even birthright.
Yeah. Trump wants to get rid of that.
He should.
Birthright, because originally it was meant for the slaves, the black slaves, to be citizens. But now you got, here in this day and age, you got these minorities coming here from different countries on purpose pregnant, trying to have the kid here to make them anchor babies.
Yeah, so they can stay.
Yep.
Yeah, so
they're manipulating the law.
We need equality control.
Yeah, but the left is pushing, well, if we do that, then they're going to take all the black people and send them to Africa. Well, this is CNN.
It's not a bad idea. I don't see why they'd be opposed to it.
I know.
Why would the Mexicans be opposed to be sent back to Mexico?
Right.
Or the Hondurans?
Yeah.
So proud of your culture, aren't you? Go the hell back.
Dude, I look at pictures of Africa and I see women walking with these big ass bowls on their head. I see
tits hanging by the knees.
Yeah, I see people worshiping cows. I'm like, fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, that kind of pissed me off. Well, I actually went to go see Black Panther because my son was young. He wanted to see it.
Yeah.
And they made it all Africanized. I was like, man, y'all really screwed this shit up.
Yeah, how about the dude with the plate in his lip?
Yeah, it had the dude with the plate in his mouth. I was like, that is not even cool.
Wakanda?
Yeah, look at that. That is nuts.
It's barbaric.
Oh, if Wakanda was a real place. Oh, God.
I don't even understand why you would do that.
It's de culture.
I know we got big lips, but damn. You can put him to work doing something else.
Oh, shit. Look at she wrapped it around his head.
Oh, my God. Look at the boy. He's like, man, I wish I was white. I wish I had a white parent.
That is like they're stuck in a time that they never was able to get out of. It's like they've been doing that shit for thousands of years and they haven't evolved.
Yeah. Do you think they're happy though?
Well, they look happy. I mean, they're not crying or anything.
He got a frying pan in my mouth. Cook some eggs on that bitch. Ain't that a cast iron skillet?
Straight up.
Hey, Joe, type in black people worshiping cows in Africa.
Yeah, they it's like that currency there. They actually worship the cows. They bathe in that urine and everything.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, we going down a rabbit hole on this one.
Like, is this what the woke blacks in America want to bring us to? Like, I don't understand.
Look at all that cow shit on the ground.
It's wild, dude.
Yeah, they worship the cows there.
Primitive.
Click videos.
Some people will say savages.
Warm.
Oh, the white guy's mocking him. Oh, you know he's a Democrat.
That's a white dude for Harris.
You may have heard of the cow tribe of South Sudan, who are famous for showering in cow's urine. But there's so much more to the culture than just that.
Oh my God, dude, that's wild.
After spending 48 hours with them, I can tell you that all of their society revolves around these gentle beasts. Deep in the grassy plains of South Sudan lives the Mandari tribe. Salam alaikum. Nice to meet you.
They're
what? Nomadic, moving from place to place where the land can support them, and their most precious resource is cattle. In Mandari culture, wealth is not determined by how big your house is, what kind of car you drive, or the amount of money in your bank account. Here, it is all about the amount of cows that a person owns.
Cows are
That's
actually our
nuts.
wealth. When you are sick or when your children are sick, then you have to sell the cows.
All right, enough of this shit.
For yourself.
Yeah, send all the woke blacks in America there. See how long they last.
That's the opposite of Western civilization.
Mandatory urine showers.
I wonder what they smell like.
Piss.
Piss and ass.
I bet it's worse than a 7-Eleven.
Man, you just took it too far with that one. Hey, I got a nice little segue. What's your thoughts on World War III?
I think we're pretty close.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty close.
World War III.
And because Trump won.
Right.
I mean, you got Biden giving the green light for Ukraine to use the long-range missiles.
That was nuts.
In Russia.
That was done out of spite. You know they trying to Trump's want a peaceful resolution. Why would you condone that, or why would you give them the ability to do that?
Yeah,
or sign
It's
off
just
on
an
that?
FU. It's just an FU.
Yeah.
F Trump, FU, F America.
Yeah. I think Russia shot down 5 of them, but one of them hit something somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Putin updated the nuclear doctrine a couple days later, and then they launched the hypersonics. and then Ukraine still retaliated. And it seems to kind of be a little slowed down because now Trump is making trips
right
to Europe. He's having conversations.
Tucker Carlson's going out there too.
He's literally there, I think. I
Mm-hmm.
think he's still in Russia. He was there, right? So, I mean, these people need that mass instability and that chaos, right? Because it gives them more of their funding for their war in Ukraine. It gives them more of a power grab across the world, similar to what the lockdown situation, right? More chaos, more instability, more power. But at the same time, it's kind of also to kind of discredit Trump and MAGA, if you really think about it too, because Trump ran on preventing World War III.
Right.
If they start it, they'll just blame it on Trump and say, look, he lied to you.
Yeah.
He is the World War III candidate. You messed up. You should have gone with Kamala, right? Because there's a lot of, I think, narratives getting set for 2026 and 2028 right now.
Right.
And I think this whole escalation in Europe is a part of that because they are going to really push hard in 2026. You'll see a little bit of it, but 2028, you're going to see this massive power vacuum in the U.S. that the Uniparty is really going to try to seize again.
That's diabolical.
Left and right. So now that Trump's out,
yeah.
they're really going to go for it.
Yeah, so you think the media, the Democrats, all of them are like playing chess right now, and they're trying to come up with narratives right now.
They have to.
Yeah.
They have to. It's what they do.
Yeah, you know what? To a point, I think that's what goes on, but I don't think the left really realizes that. They don't know how.
Yeah, maybe like the Joy
Reeds.
Reeds. You know what I mean? Maybe like the Joy Reeds and the Rachel Maddows and the useful idiots.
Right.
Right? Does a useful idiot know it's a useful idiot? No. Right? It's the people at the top that are manipulating, pulling the strings. It's the puppet masters.
Yeah, because Joy Reid says some of the dumbest things.
Yeah.
The stuff that comes out of her mouth, and I'm like,
Rachel Maddow too. It's like, who is watching this?
Maybe they don't believe
Women.
that stuff. They're just paid to do
Women
it.
and gays.
I know.
I guarantee you that's probably their demographic on MSNBC.
You're absolutely right because because you go back to the election, the process, when it was outbid and trying to become president. Look that ad they did with Bautista. Because they was having problem reaching rural men or just like masculine men.
Yeah.
Because the majority, like if you look at all these people in these at these lines going to vote, all of them when they're voting for Trump, you know what the men's going to look like. It's going to be some big burly dude with a beard,
Masculine man.
masculine man with flags on.
Yeah, trucks.
You look at Kamala's man, it's like it's dudes walking around like this with a purse, talking about white men for Harris.
It's like, what? Tampon Tim didn't appeal to men?
Exactly. He put him out there with a shotgun. He didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Yeah.
With the hands.
And black men still voted.
Yeah, that's
it's,
wild.
It's coming down. It used to be 95%.
Yeah.
It's 80%. That is huge.
You're right, man. I'm being pessimistic. There's a lot of dumb Negroes in this country.
I just love how it backfired.
Yeah.
My favorite part about this election was that.
Yeah.
They tried so hard to psyop America with the Kamala coup and then the psyop, and then the Obama operatives got behind her campaign and tried to blow her up like she's the second coming of Barack Obama. My favorite part about it all is how it backfired even on Obama himself.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? The mega
How he
donors?
was talking down to black men.
Well, the
too?
mega donors on one of those conference calls said that all of the donors are blaming Obama and everyone in Obama's orbit for Kamala's failure.
Yeah.
Like these are the donors are saying this now.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's interesting that now it looks like Obama's bleeding.
Yeah.
He's done. I'm pretty sure they don't agree with the words he chose for black men to go out and vote for her. Because he actually like patronized them.
Well,
It was very
80,
condescending.
what was it? 80% still went out and voted for him. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you could have
If you haven't figured out that the Democrats are trash by now, I don't think you can figure it out.
Yeah, and who you think they're going to run in 2028? 2020? What year are we in? 24.
24.
Yeah.
They might go with J.D. Vance. That's
No, I'm talking about Democrats.
oh Democrats.
Because their party is in shambles.
Maybe AOC. The big rumor a few days ago was possibly Hillary Clinton resurrecting her campaign. Newsom will run. They'll probably prop up that sodomite. What's his name?
Pete
Buttigieg, that gay guy with his fake nipple.
Nobody's ready for that. No.
He's going to run for president with the fake nipple.
Yeah.
Or the fake boob. They'll probably Isn't there a picture of him with the? Yes.
What?
Yes, he had like a.
Drew
fake,
is all over this shit. We missed it.
he had like a fake boob. This was a couple of years ago, I think.
Wow.
Trying to normalize it, something like that. But they are restructuring. Because when I saw that, I'm like, so they're considering whether Obama's effective or not in the Democrat Party. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, so they're really moving some pieces around. And then also generationally, if you think about it, the boomers, their generation on both sides, this is just simply due to age, the transition is happening.
Right.
Gen X came out more than any other generation in this past election. They're moving in more. Millennials are moving in more. Gen Z's moving in more.
Yeah.
So I think we're kind of in this inevitable generational shift in American politics. And I mean, there also the rumor is Kamala might run for governor in California in 26.
She'll win that.
They'll install her.
They're practically brain dead there.
Yeah, they'll install it. Well, I think they're just stealing it, dude. I think she got 9 million votes. Trump only got, I think, like 6 million in California this last election. Do you honestly believe that? I don't. Those are just illegal aliens.
Right.
And then you look at the counties. The state is red.
Right.
Yeah,
Everything's red.
Right?
Yeah, it's just a city area.
So I think it's just they're stealing California
'cause you
every
don't-
single cycle.
You don't need an ID there.
Exactly. There's a reason why
Everybody can vote there.
Yeah, they actually passed a law that if you ask for ID, that's
criminal.
An offense. It's criminal.
It's criminal. So Newsom's done.
Yeah.
I think his terms are up.
Yeah.
Kamala will probably get installed. Newsom will definitely run.
Newsom AOC for president and vice president.
I don't think California and New York really resonates with America.
Yeah, they don't.
I don't think AOC could win a national election.
I think it was another one.
There's no way in hell he ever become president.
Oh, wait. They're saying it's fake.
Oh, it was that one? Okay. But still, he's got the babies.
Oh, they put his face
They
on
put
there.
his face on it. There it
okay.
is. There
On
it
an
is.
Asian guy.
They put his face on it. But he still takes pictures with all the babies, and it's creepy as hell.
Yeah. He adopted some kids, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, he adopted. That kid's going to be gay.
I don't.
Well, of course, he had to adopt him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, he
Like, I
birth
don't
him?
believe in that. Like, if you're gay,
Hey, Kevin, this is America. What's wrong with you?
no, they let
We
him
have
get
freedoms.
Keith, but look,
Wait,
just go back to what Drew
no.
was saying.
Stop with all your hatred.
It's a slippery slope. You treat them like a traditional couple. Now they have rights. Now they can adopt. Now they can indoctrinate the kids they adopt. Because like you said, they eventually, if you let them get married, they're going to go for kids.
I think adoption, I think we should handle it like Russia. I don't think this should be, what's the word, propagated? Because they banned, in Russia, they banned.
Oh, yeah, they were arresting gays in clubs.
Yeah, you
While
can't
they
adopt.
arresting gay?
Yeah. The
That's a little
footage
bit
is
too
wild.
far, right? Arresting them?
No, I don't think so.
Hey, we got a couple homosexuals, man. What's the penal code for that? 69.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah, I think that's too far.
Well,
Arresting them, throwing them in jail for sucking a cock. I do believe in freedom. Oh well.
I'm personally, I don't think they should be arrested.
Yeah.
I think they can live their lives.
Yeah.
But like you said,
Show me a scenario anywhere in U.S. history
Yeah.
where it ends up not destroying society.
Right. Right.
I'll wait.
I looked at the HIV statistics with gays. I understand why they're in all the AIDS commercials.
You can't even get away from it.
Yeah.
But they don't have to worry about getting nobody pregnant, so they don't need protection.
Okay,
That's
so I don't have to worry about you getting pregnant. I'll just get AIDS.
Well, they do it like they're martyrs or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think, like, I'm talking out of my ass what I'm about to say. Like, when you have a gay man, it's like a mix of a man and a woman.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's black woman.
But it's mostly masculine. And
gay
like,
dudes, white dudes, all simulate black women, dude.
That's true.
That's true.
They try to mimic them as much as possible.
Yeah.
They do.
That's what I've noticed. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, but it's like
Maybe
that's
ask
like
one.
like you take a gay male that's very feminine. That's the horniest like animal on this planet. They will literally fuck anything. They'll suck anything. You know, it's kind of crazy.
It is. It needs to be controlled.
Remember that two
Contained.
guys, one horse?
Yeah.
That's a gay dude.
Yeah.
He killed him.
Want me to play that clip?
I don't think you can play that shit.
Maybe on Rumble you can.
YouTube would love that.
Fuck.
I remember back in the day when that happened, we actually did a video, but we couldn't show it.
Yeah,
they
you just
actually
heard it.
took that video down. Even when we just talked about it, didn't show anything.
Yeah.
Because they said it was bestiality or something like that.
I think we got like 11 million views on that video.
Yeah.
It was monetized for a while.
Have you guys interviewed Tuah girl yet?
No, I heard she might be going to jail though.
I saw that.
Yeah.
The crypto scam.
I was like, why would you do that to your own fans?
Why would you believe Tuah girl with anything financial? Is the real question.
These people love you. Why don't you come out with a crypto and just rug pull the ass? It got up to what, $500 million market cap, and it's like worth $30 million now. You know how many people your fans lost money?
And it was like a 15% tax when you bought it.
Yeah,
that goes straight to the team or
straight
whatever.
to the insider traders.
I wonder if they're going to pursue that though. The government. It's
Maybe.
an easy case.
Maybe it's almost like the wild west with crypto, you know, because it's still in its like infancy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how these people are able to get away with all these scams. It's like, well, is it illegal? I don't. Not really, but you know, you fell for it. I guess the example will be made out of you now for the future.
Right. I can't believe the fame she's been able to achieve, and then for you to have the audacity to go out and pull a scam on the people that support you the most. Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
That was reckless.
She seems pretty low IQ. She seems nice, but you know, is she a crypto expert? I don't know.
Doubt it. Yeah.
Is it just another famous person getting manipulated?
She's an expert.
Getting exploited, right?
Getting exactly. You know, hey, we got this. This is the future, and we set her up.
How she got?
She's an expert in something.
Yeah, spitting on that thing.
Spitting on that thing.
I had a girl do that to me one time. I was like, "Why are you doing that?"
She did the hawk. She said it and everything.
No, she didn't say the hawk to her. She just did. I was like, "Why you keep spitting on it?" That's just a turn off. And then she kept taking it and just hitting it in the face and spitting on it. I was like, "What is this?" I was like, "I just want you to suck it."
She's probably.
She
probably got influenced by some violent pornography.
Yeah,
or
she
something.
probably dates number black guys.
That's probably what it was.
I was like, look, stop that. You're killing my record. Just suck it. That's all I want you to do.
Yeah, you can suck it. There you
Stop
go.
beating yourself with it and spitting on it. You're making a mess. Jesus Christ, woman.
God, who should let you people vote? Man, this is nuts. Hey, this has been great, man. Where can people find you?
You guys can follow me on Rumble, rumble.com/Drew Hernandez. Find me on x.com/Drew H Live. You can find me on Instagram, but those are my main two right now. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, you need to get on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been using YouTube for a while because it just was stuck in this place. And so I just kind of started over on Rumble, but considering it.
Yeah, you should definitely do YouTube. Definitely do it, man. It's up and down. Sometimes they put you in that and they give you a strike for saying something that's
you just gotta be careful what you say.
Just gotta be a little bit more careful what you say.
I hate that.
Yeah, first thing.
I'm just gonna be honest.
Right. Well, the way we get around it, we patronize the hell out of people, and you'll find your own way to get around it.
Yeah,
but you can still get your message.
You definitely have to bite your tongue, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that shit about throwing them motherfuckers in jail, sucking cock,
You can't say
that's
so.
a big no-no.
Well, then go watch me on Rumble. That's exactly right.
All right, thanks, brother.
Hey, I love you guys, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Man, thank you.
Yeah.